All right, welcome back to another video. I gotta tell you something about these videos. Every time I make a card tutorial video, I'm always wrong about your response. I always anticipate a certain response. Like, for example, I'll put one out that I think is a really great idea, and not that many people watch it. And another time I'll put one out that I think, that's mediocre, everybody knows that trick, and then a ton of people watch it and they like it. I can never figure out how well a video is going to do. And then I realize this is YouTube. This is YouTube land. So you have to have a really good thumbnail and a really good title to entice someone to watch your videos. Well, I'm just going to tell you right now, I don't have a fancy title for this or a fancy thumbnail. I don't even know what it's going to look like yet. I never know. So if you happen to be watching this video, and you are obviously, you're in the right place, because whether it has a fancy title or an enticing thumbnail, this is a really good idea, okay? So you win. This is a good one. Whether anybody watches this video, anybody else watches this video or not, this is a good one. Okay, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a regular deck of cards, and the spectator can shuffle them. You can shuffle them, whatever you want. Get them all mixed up, okay? This one looks like it needs to be a little more shuffled than it is, but however you want to do that, they can actually be shuffled, okay? Let's do this, because I think that one was needing some help. Here we go. All right, so now what you're going to do is you're going to tell your spectator, I want you to really have a free choice. And to make sure you have a free choice, this is the best idea I could come up with for you getting to select a card of completely at random. I'm actually going to shuffle the deck slowly like this until you say stop, and I promise not to drop anything like that. So I'm going to go like this, and when you say stop, like if you stop me right there, then that's the card you would select. If we keep going, you'd select a different card, wouldn't you? That'd be a different card, right? So let's do that. I'm going to shuffle the deck like this, and when you say stop, that will be the card. They say stop. Okay, so that's the card you stopped me at. Let's remember that. That's the card you stopped me at. So if you don't think that's fair, I'm actually going to let you, if you want to, trade it for one out of the middle, okay? Which they can do, but let's say they trust you, and that is the card that they want, and they really can select anything they want. Now, I'm going to show it to you in the camera. The magician would not see this, but you need to know what it is for this tutorial. And they would memorize that card and say, okay, what we want to do is put it in the middle of the deck like this. Remember, the cards are always face down. We shuffled. You told me where to stop in shuffling. Even let you trade if you wanted to. So it couldn't be more fair. So now go ahead and cut the deck, and cut it again if you want to, just to make sure I'm not somehow keeping track of where that card might be. What we're going to do now is something a little bit different. We're going to use this other deck, but before we do, I'm also going to select a card. I'm going to turn the cards face up. You're going to see your card, but don't give it away. Don't let me know what it is. We're gonna turn the cards face up, and I'm gonna find a card that I like, okay? And so we're gonna go like this. Now, hopefully you'll see your card in there. It hasn't snuck out of the deck, but don't give it away. Don't tell me what it is. What I want to do is I want to find a card for me, one that I like, and hopefully it won't be the same as yours. That would be amazing, I guess. I'm sort of leaning toward this card right here. That wasn't your card, was it? Okay. So if that wasn't your card, then I think I'll go with that one, okay? So now remember, this deck has been out here the whole time. Put this deck aside and my card. And you have one memorized. There's one in your head. I'm showing you mine. This is the deck we've not seen. But somehow I feel like something magical can happen when you and I think along the same lines, when we think on the same page or on the same wavelength, whatever it is. For the first time, I want you to call out the name of your card. And they'll do that. They'll say 9 of diamonds, right? And then there's my card, the 4 of clubs. Wouldn't it be amazing if something happened with your card and my card? Mine was the 4 of clubs. Yours was the 9 of diamonds. Let's see if we can find them in here somewhere. Let's find your card. Ah, look it. I see a 9 of diamonds, and I see a 4 of clubs. And I see that they're actually right next to each other. We must be on the same wavelength or something. I don't know. Absolutely amazing. Okay. Now, let me show you how that works, okay? Because this is really clever. and I just kind of messed it up. I just kind of, this deck has a little bit of a setup to it, and I just, when I scooped them up, I kind of messed them up. So let me get this set up, and then I'm going to show you how this trick goes, okay? All right, so we're going to put these in here. Okay, so this deck is set up. I'll show you the stack on this. It's kind of a stack. It's not really a stack like, it's not like a Cy Stebbins stack or anything like that. It's something I call the invisible stack. But this part, let's talk about this part first. Regular deck, completely shuffled. I did something that is so basic and so easy, you already know how to do it, except they did it differently. I used the key card to find their card, but I did it in a really super sneaky way by keeping the cards face down pretty much the whole time. I still was able to use a key card to find their card. Let me show you how that worked. So we've got a shuffled deck. I won't have to go through all that. Just believe me, it can be shuffled, right? What I'm doing when I am asking them to select the card is I've simply glimpsed the bottom card on the deck. That is not going to be their card. That's going to be my key, just temporarily. So it doesn't take much in all of this shuffling and moving around to just quickly glimpse. Right now I'm glimpsing a Queen of Spades. And when I'm doing this shuffle like this, it's something I do all the time. I'm taking the deck and I'm retaining that Queen of Spades, and I'm just doing this. I'm going to let them take any card they want. They can stop me anywhere. They can take that card or that card or that card. Doesn't matter, because the card I care about is this one down here, my key. So what I like about this, a lot of times when we use the key card, we have to do this thing like, okay, put your card right there, and I got to peek at this one, or, you know, there's lots of different ways to peek, or you can look at the bottom and kind of do a Hindu and peek that way. But I like this because we're putting the focus on the other end of the deck. So while that's my key card and I'm going like this, I'm letting them stop me anywhere they want to. And if we go through the whole deck, so we'll do it again, because you can do this all day, right? And you're really showing them, look, this is a completely free choice, because it is. You go like this, and they say stop wherever they want. So they stop you right there. Okay, so now where I'm at is I've got their card there, and I got a key card down here. So what I want to do is give them their card like this and put these back here so that my key is still on the bottom. They could change their mind. It doesn't matter, because all I care about is that Queen of Spades, right? So while they're memorizing it, I do this little slip cut like this, so they kind of forget that I split the cards, and we'll end up putting this on top of that very quickly, right? So I'm holding the deck like this. They're looking at their card, whatever it is. I'm going to do this. They're going to put it back like this, and we're just going to quickly go like that. And no one's looked at any cards. All the cards have been face down the whole time. It's just that I knew for a long time what the key was going to be. So that's the key card principle, but in a much smoother and more fair way. You might even fool magicians with that, who think you're using the key card, but then it looks like you're not. And in fact, you are. So that's a little confusing. So now the rest of it is kind of self-explanatory as far as finding their card. All I have to do, of course, they can cut the deck, right, and all that. Doesn't matter. But what happens is when we spread them out like this, I can see my key, which gives me their card. So I'm seeing the Queen of Spades, so I know they get the 5 of diamonds. What I need to do is now select the card. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the card that partners with their card. So in other words, the Queen of Spades told me they have a 5 of diamonds. The partner of the 5 of diamonds, and I'll explain what partner means in a minute if you don't already know. The partner of the 5 of diamonds is the 8 of clubs. Now, for those of you that know the invisible deck, you'll know what I mean, because the invisible deck works on partnered cards, right? So all the clubs go with the diamonds, all the spades go with the hearts. These are the partners. The two cards together always add up to 13. So since their card is the 5 of diamonds, the partner card to the 5 of diamonds is the 8 of clubs, right? Because 8 and 5 is 13, clubs and diamonds go together. So I'm going to find my card now. So all I've done is I've spread out the deck. I've just discovered their card. I see it's a 5 of diamonds. In my mind, I'm going to go, I need an 8 of clubs. So I'm going to go, I want to pick a card. Oh, here's my card. I like this one. They don't know why I'm doing this, so it doesn't really matter, but I'm literally have calculated the partner, and I'll talk about the partners here in a minute. I've literally very quickly calculated my card, and we're going to very quickly close up the deck. Take the heat off all this. There's nothing here to see. And this deck that's been out here the whole time is already set up with partner cards next to each other. So I say, look, I picked the 8 of clubs. What was your card? And they can call it out, or you can wait if you want. You can say, let's go find my card and see what's next to it. That's another way to do it. And when we go into this deck, we'll see that the 8 of clubs has next to it a 5 of diamonds because they are partners. So those of you that know the invisible deck, you know exactly what I'm doing. If that doesn't make any sense to you, let me do a quick tutorial on just that partnership, okay? So these cards are partnered up like this. Look at this, a 4 of clubs and a 9 of diamonds. They're partners. And the reason why is because 9 and 4 is 13, diamonds and clubs go together. The queens and aces are together. That's a 12 and a 1. That's 13. Spades and hearts are together. You can remember that because a spade is kind of an upside down heart, however you want to remember that. The clubs and the diamonds are nothing like each other, but that's why they go together. Here we go. 9 and 4 is 13, spades and hearts. 10 and 3 is 13, diamonds and clubs together. And there's the ones we just used. And then again, here's a queen and an ace, but it's spades and hearts that are together. These are partners. 10 and 3 is 13. 7 and 6 is 13, diamonds and clubs. Okay, I won't have to go through the whole deck. Do you understand what I'm saying? So what I did was I took this deck, I put all these partners together, and what's great about that stack, it's not really a stack, but kind of is, I just call it invisible stack, is that no one will recognize that this is anything but a shuffled deck. Honestly, even a magician familiar with the invisible deck is not going to see that right off the bat, because invisible decks you can't spread like this, and nobody ever sees those partners in this context. So it just looks very shuffled, and actually it kind of is, except for the pairing of those cards. By the way, the kings are 13, so they don't add up, they go together. The king of clubs and the king of diamonds are partners. The king of spades and the king of hearts are partners. Everything else adds to 13, but that's basically how that works. Okay, so you take this deck, you have it set up with all the partners, put it in its box if you want to. I think it's probably a good idea. Keep it from getting messed up. Regular deck, shuffle deck, have them shuffle it up, or you can shuffle it up, and then you're just going to use that secret key. After all the shuffling is done, I quickly peek at the bottom and I'm ready to go. I never have to look at the key card again. That's what I like about this. I look at it so early in the routine that the cards can now stay face down the rest of the time, because I know that key card on here is an 8 of hearts, right? But I won't look at that ever again. We're just going to go like this, and wherever they say stop right there, there's their card, right? They're going to look at that. That's still going to end up under this 8 of hearts at some point without me looking at it. That's what I love about that way doing the key card. Okay, enough said. I think it's a great idea. I just don't know what to call it. I don't have a great name for it. So hopefully you watched this video and you liked it. If so, give it a thumbs up. Hope you enjoy that. Thanks for watching.